this is Dr. Neal Schwartz. Today we have another generous client who has decided to give her photos and audio testimonial to the world to help give hope to those who are still suffering from acne. I'll quickly go through the photos first and then we'll hear from her. Here's her day one photo. You can see she has a lot of activity on the forehead, and we'll see in other areas as well. This is a different angle and also a progress photo. You can see this area is starting to come down. This area is starting to look more like wounds than like acne, and the rest of this is still healing. This is her current photo. You can see she's completely inactivated, and the focus she got on this photo is so good that you can almost see every single pore and see how cleaned out they are. I'll leave these photos on the blog for further scientific study, but let me just run through the forehead again real quick. This is early on, this is midway, and this is her now. Here's her left side. You can see the activity level early on in the program, and you can see here's just with a little bit of residual activity, and the rest of this is smoothing out completely. And this is her more recently. And you can see the focus she got on this will really help you if you're at all skeptical or cynical. This focus is great. She's got very minimal activity, just a couple tiny little bumps. The rest of her texture is beautiful, and she looks very healthy here. Here's the right side. Not as good a focus, but you can see some of the activity, the redness, and a little bit of texture. And this is her with just a little bit more activity again in this mid area. This is some of that area we saw before in the forehead that's just coming down. The rest of this is starting to get a good texture. And this is another progress photo. You see the forehead still trying to soften up, show some wounds here. And this is today's photo. You can see that real good inactivation. She's very few miniature bumps, and other than that, her texture is oil-free and really beautiful. And here's her chin area. Many people have this same problem where they get tons of tiny bumps underneath the lower lip here. You may recognize this. If you count them all, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There's, a couple hundred bumps in this whole lower face, and this focus isn't perfect, but even under the lower focus, you can see there's a lot of activity here, a lot of congestion. And this is a progress photo. You'll see she's got a couple that came out here, but the overall texture in here is much flatter and much less mini bumps. And here she is today. You can see she's almost completely inactivated, the slightest bit of mini bumps, and that area that was really thickened with bumps here has flattened out. We'll compare that again. See this area here? All those little bumps have been inactivated. And there she is again with a little smile. Let me play her audio testimonial for you.
Hey Dr. Neal, this is Catherine. I'm just sending you my voice memo. So I guess I just want to start by telling people that I went on birth control when I was about 16 and had clear skin all throughout my teens and into my early 20s, mid-20s. And then I decided I didn't want to be on birth control anymore. So I came off after being on it for about 10 years. And my skin really flared up. I wasn't able to control it. And I didn't do any sort of Accutane or prescription drugs or medicated face ointments because I was trying to do things naturally. But none of the natural products that I was using was working. So it was a pretty emotional experience because my skin had been clear all my life, so I'd never really dealt with acne. And especially in your mid-20s, going into your late 20s, that can be a really hard thing because you think of acne as something that you go through as a teenager. So I wanted to find something really natural that could help me deal with the emotional issues that I was having as well. So one day I was on the internet and I was looking up things. I don't even really remember what I was typing in, but I saw your website, Acne Bootcamp, and I read about it, and I read that you get contact with a doctor 24/7 and that it helps you get control of your skin. So I didn't think too much about it. I thought it was coming at the perfect time, and so I ordered. And so in that time, I really had to start to look within and start feeling the emotions that were coming up as my skin was breaking out. And I was breaking out pretty badly, all over my forehead, all over my chin, mostly, throughout the past couple of years that I was breaking out. My back was breaking out. It was just, I could never get control of it. The oil was out of control. The acne was out of control. One would go away finally, and another one would reappear every single day. And it was really frustrating. So as soon as I got the products, I was pretty excited and started using it, and immediately saw results. I was able to get control, some kind of control. And so my skin the oil started to get controlled, and eventually the bump count started to decrease. And even when things continued to be emotional, Dr. Neal would continue to support you in a way that was not coddling. It wasn't a very, it was kind of tough love, which was amazing. It was exactly what I needed. I didn't always like to hear what he had to say in his emails, but it was very truthful. It was very honest, and it brought you back to reality as opposed to getting worked up into the emotions of acne. He brought you back to the facts. That is your bump count decreasing? Yes, it is. Well, then this is something to celebrate. And I continued to order boot camp after I sort of got a really great hold of my routine with Dr. Neal, and I didn't lose contact, but I stopped emailing because I got a really good handle on what my my skin needed. So I didn't really email with Dr. Neal for a while, but I knew that he was always there if I needed him. And little by little, and within time, my skin got less and less oily. The bumps went down. I was able to have a week where my skin didn't break out with new bumps. So that was pretty exciting. And then eventually my skin cleared completely. And so now at this point where I'm at today, I rarely break out. Sometimes I go a whole month without breaking out. I wake up in the morning, I don't put any makeup on, which has been a dream and really freeing to just wake up and go. That was my dream the whole time that I was using the products, is I just want to wake up and not have to wear makeup. So that has been really exciting and really freeing, and I'm really grateful to the Acne Bootcamp and to Dr. Neal for the support that the program has given me to free myself of something that you can gain control of and that you don't have to live with. So I guess this is just telling those people out there that are suffering with acne is that you don't have to suffer. You can gain control, and to stop making excuses that it's hormonal or it's what I eat or it's genetics, etc. The list goes on. It's something that you can gain control of. So I guess I just want to say thanks so much, and I hope that this can give people an opportunity to find a little bit of hope like I have, and eventually get clear skin and continue on with the things that matter most in life to them. So thanks so much, Dr. Neal.